Welcome to the Michigan Runner Show. Join us each time as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great sport.
Gary Morgan here with the MOA, Museum of World Athletics, here at the St. Anich Mall. Go ahead. And anyway, we have right here, this little spot here at the St. Anich Center Mall. So anyway, this is the space they were given to put on this exhibit. It's been here for approximately 1 month. Here's a couple of pictures for a couple Great Britain greats. Alan Wells, who won the 1980 Olympic 100 meters. Eric Liddell, who won the 1924 400. Over here, they show how high the jumpers would jump in their day. Right there. Stoudemire, 1989. That's over 8 feet. And Bergqvist from Sweden still holds the world record at almost 7 feet at 2008. And we have another champion here, 1908 Olympian from Great Britain, won the 400 gold, Wyndham Helswell. But out here, still they have like a small track here, but up on top here, they have the national jerseys that was a private collection that's hanging up on the wall, and they put it here at the museum, wherever they go. This is a traveling museum that goes from World Championship to World Championship, and it's always interesting. World Indoor Pole Vault record is right there. Duplantis, he is jumping again tomorrow. Jean Shear from the USA, she holds a record at 5:02, and that's a world indoor record for her. Here's Duplantis right there. He is jumping still tomorrow. That's how high he'll be jumping again tomorrow, about over 20 feet. So this is the entrance into this museum. It's been here for about 1 month. So, but today is the last day, and hard to believe they have a timeline of 170 years of indoor track and field. But what is amazing here, Pontiac and Detroit, Michigan are part of that. They have memorabilia of athletes here. Obviously, lots of British athletes and Scottish athletes because we're on their soil. But 1849 was believed to be the first indoor meet here in Great Britain. Great American Pendleton, Great Britain. But they moved on, lots of indoor meets, and one of the most famous places for indoor meets was Madison Square Garden. And they used to have long distance walking races right there. They would walk for days inside of Madison Square Garden. Yep, right here. Walking races right there. You can tell they were doing the walk back then. First indoor athletics in USA was 1868 is the city skating league. But the 2000 AAU was founded, and Madison Square Garden had 21 events in 1888. But as the things moved on, the games were held in Boston, Hamburg, Germany. First Milrose games was in 1908. New York's Fort Washington Armory. That Washington Armory is still in use today. That's where they have the Nike high school championships and Milrose game. They moved to the Milrose game, moved to Madison Square Garden, and so that, lots of indoor where I raced, but right here they did so many of the flying fin. Paavo Nurmi, 55 race winter tour, winning 51 of the races, and one of the greatest IC 3A indoor champ, Wanamaker Mile, first contested the Milrose Games at 26, indoor championship, in European champ, Middle Glen Cunningham wins the 6-minute Wanamaker Mile. Pole vault champions, Ralph Boston, John Thomas, Jim Beatty, NCAA. So now we're moving into the modern era here. 1965. First NCAA U.S. Collegiate Indoor Championship for men were held, the venue being Cobo Arena in Detroit. Still there. There is the picture of it. Cobo Arena right there. I remember watching events there. And like I said, the arena is, well, it's been turned into a conference hall, but it is still there. And shot putter had over 20 meters before. There used to be a big indoor circuit in the U.S. And European Games started in '68. Lots of great records here. It was really cool. 18,000 spectators attended the Melrose Games in Madison Square, New York, February 8th in 1980, where Eamon Coughlin ended up winning 7 Melrose Games, the Wanamaker Mile. But let's move down here. 1983, first NCAA U.S. Collegiate Indoor Championships for women were held. The venue for both the men's and women's championship being at the Pontiac Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan. There it is. And they take it right to there. You know, lots of Eamon Coughlin when he was running for some school at that time. But the first World Indoor Games started in Paris in 1985. And started with 320 athletes. Eamon Coughlin won his 7th at the Melrose Games in 1987. And World Indoor records are finally recognized, but Carl Lewis at the Melrose Games, 8.79 in New York. Oh, 27th of January, right there. Unbelievable. But Indianapolis stages the first official IAAF World Indoor Championship. 5 World Indoor set by Lee McRae, Michael Shunkov, the great race walker from Russia, 1827. Heike Dressler, Bulgaria's, and Olga Christoph, 3,000 meter race walk. And Budapest, Hungary, a team I wanted to make, hosted the 2nd edition of it. And once again, Shunkov set a new record of 1827, and Kerry Saxby went 12:01. Here's Jesse Owens' jersey right there. Holds 4 world records at the University of Michigan track. Jim Beatty, Micah Wyndham Haswell, Eric Lydell. We will go back on him, but he is the star of the Chariots of Fire. The Melrose Games, 2007, program from it. Nike International, Sergey Bubka, Ian Peel, great race walker from Canada. Then, go over this side that just keeps going here. Eamon Coughlin, Wanamaker Mile Trophy, multiple champion, 2nd World Indoor Championships at Budapest, Hungary. Just held the World Outdoor, there were the medals from it. Shoes, here's from the Paris first championship, or the Paris Outdoor Championship. Here, you got Yvonne Murray. She gave us something, 3,000 meters. Tom McKean, World Indoor Champion. He was at the ceremony yesterday. Stacy Perdila. Valencia, we had indoors. Ryan Whitting, 2014. Remember interviewing him a few times. And here's 11th World Indoor Championships in Moscow. That was kind of cool.
Good time.
And here's people who gave their numbers. Norwich Union, they always get some different sponsors and different events. They have a continuous video here playing of some of the greats moments of all the World Indoor Championships. Goes on and on and on. Pretty cool. It's awesome. And then we get over here to this side, going to 1989, and of course the person to ever go 6 meters was Rudin Gudelin in Leningrad, 22nd of January. Then we went to Seville. Trey Sergei Bubka set his 18th World Indoor to 6:15 in the hometown of Dunson. But in Toronto, hosted the 4th Indoor Championship, and it was the last to feature the race walks, but Mikhail Shennikov wins his 4th consecutive 5,000 meter walk title, and USA Diana Bryan sets a pentathlon world record, a 64.76, which precluded his Olympic gold medal in '96. Colin Jackson, 1990, Michael Johnson. First man to rope sub 45 in Reno was Michael Johnson. Ethiopia's Haile Gebrselassie becomes the first man to go under 13 minutes in the 5,000 when he runs 12:59 in Stockholm. Barcelona, Spain, 529 athletes. That was in '95. Sergei Bubka wins his 4th world title. Paris, France, won these indoor. He stole the record of 143, and then 142.6. Collected $100,000 in prize money and bonuses. For the first time, financial were offered at these championships. The women's pole vault is contested first time, and Stacy Dergila set the world indoor record, 4.4. And the Russian women went 3:26, and they set the world record. But no less than 712 athletes competed, which still remains a record. That was in 1997 in Paris. Budapest, Hungary in 1998. Daniel Kupcho ran a 3,000 7:24, which stands for 25 years. Some of these records are set outside of the championships. First indoor championship in Japan in 1999. Russian women take Haile Gebrselassie wins the 1,500 3,000. Stoudemire wins his 4th world indoor title. Was in Portugal. This was the 8th edition of this championship, and it went to Birmingham, England here. Russians, another great pole vault, the only world record breaker. She placed 4.8. And another woman put a phenomenal Sweden's Caroline Clough. That was in 2004 Asian Indoor Championships held in Iran. 23 China tops medal with 11 golds. That was another championship. Budapest, Hungary. The IAA moves to even numbered years to alternate with the outdoors, so it went from odd to even, and doing triple jump 1783 with Christine Olsen, and there was a bunch of Russian world records. Gail Debus won her 60-meter gold medal, and it was the last time. The 200 meter is no longer contested at these championships. And then in 2000, athletics is part of the first Asian Indoor Games in Thailand. The athletes competing in Patika. Moscow, Russia goes there in 2006. And Maria Malta is the star of the NBA. Wins a record 7th 800-meter gold. And Ethiopia's Dele wins the first man to take Olympic, world, and world cross country and world indoor when he wins the 3,000. So he did it all. Indoor, outdoor, and cross country. Sweden's Susanna flies to a 60-meter record hurdle of 768 at a track meet in 2008. Sally Pearson, great hurdler from Australia. Lagat, great 1500, 3000 runner, 5000 runner from the USA. Gail Devers for shoes. Sopot, Poland, and they hosted it. A couple more. The guy who won it last night, Josh Kerr, he won the world. He was world outdoor champion. He won last night in 3000. Jake Whitman still working on that 1500. Rojas, the great. She is the great triple jumper. She wasn't here for this, but Ashton Eaton, I remember him winning in Portland and in Istanbul. His wife, decent. Ryan Krauser wins again last night. Debregoson, Norway. He took second in the 400 last night. But anyway, we moved to 2008, Valencia, Spain. They had a big meet, and Chinese Zixin Zhang was the 60-meter hurdle champion. And another Russian, Yelena Svega, becomes the first woman to vault 5 meters indoors. She declared site in Donetsk, Ukraine. USA Bernard wins a record 8th Wanamaker mile at the Melrose, 2001 to 2003, and 2005 to 2010. Yep, the great Bernard Lagat. Doha, Qatar. I was at those meets, and Fabienne Murr upsets the odds to become the first South American woman to win gold at the IAA, while Australia's Steve Hooker takes a men's pole vault title, and Ethiopia's Nisit Defar gets her 4th consecutive 3,000-meter title. 2012, I went to those. Istanbul, Turkey. Multi-event world records grabbed the headlines at the 14th IAA World Indoor. Ashton Eaton wins the heptathlon. In Ukraine, took the pentathlon with a barrier break in 5,000, which remained a world record in 2023. Bernard Lavelle from France cleared 6:16, higher than any other man has done either indoors or outdoors in 2014. Sopot, Poland, the final event, the men 4x400, produced the only world record of these games, with the U.S. running a 3:02.13. And Shelly Ann Fraser won the 60 meters victory in 6:98. Up here, everybody's got their special symbols going. And 2016, I was at that. Portland, USA hosts a USA dominates with the highest medal tally of the street. They won 13 gold. American jumpers, Dean Scher, Brittany Reese set the champion record 490 and 7.20 in the pole vault and long jump. And climbing to the top of the podium, Ashton Eaton and Canada's Mayer, Peace and Eaton, the married couple taking the heptathlon and pentathlon titles respective. Kristen Coleman runs a 60 meters world record of 6:34 at the U.S. Championships in Albuquerque. Birmingham, Great Britain, the last IAAF under the competition's former names, the U.S. sprinter Kristen Coleman won the 60 in a sizzling 6:37. And China's second in Asian record 6:42. Poland cost a major to defeat the USA in the women's 4x4, setting a world record at 3:01. Yep. Yeah. Poland always does good in the relays. He almost set a world record in the 1500 mile records. Inaugural 2020, there was no world championships, but they had South American championships in Bolivia, and the championships that were supposed to be held in China has been postponed until 2023, and subsequently in 2022. Now it's going to be 2025 finally. And the world records fall in 2021, and these were another track meet. But finally, 2022, some of the meets leading up to the World Indoors. And so, after a 4-year hiatus, the World Athletics in Belgrade 22 takes place from March 18th to the 20th. It sees 3 world records. Grant Holloway's equals the 60-meter hurdles, and he continues to win again. And then Yulimar Brojas adds a little bit and wins the indoor triple jump, and 7-7 better than her world outdoor. And now the world 2023, once again, Mondo Duplantis still clearing phenomenal heights, and then the undoubted highlights from Istanbul 2023 European was a pentathlon duel between Belgium Naftiam and Poland's, both winning women and existing world records. And the World Athletics Championships are taking place right now here in Glasgow for the 19th edition of these championships, taking place at the same venue as the 2019, and I've been over there a few times filming. Here is the Ruby, I guess a bear, that was the mascot of the Birmingham games. Those games, the most famous thing happened, they had a snowstorm here in Britain and all over the world. And still, the championships were contested, and it was a success. So this was the 19th championship, and you can see people are coming in, and it's been a big hit. And today is our last day of these championships. It's always sad to see them end, but it's been a great time here in Glasgow. And I was here years ago, but it's nice to be back, and it's nice to see everybody enjoying this in this mall. So, Gary Morgan with Michigan Runner, and we're nearing the end of the World Athletics Championships here in Glasgow, and they end this evening.